Now we're going to move on to comments from council members, and we'll start with Mr. Marty. Sure. Sorry.
It was already said about our American Legion breakfast at 8:30 to 11. It's a great breakfast, and I wanted to congratulate the senior baseball team that beat Redwood City 16-5. Wow. Congratulations. Jim Davis was playing. Oh, you can say that.
Laura, anything?
Nothing.
Irene?
I do, actually. And Mr. Seymour, could you hang on just a second? So somebody asked earlier about our historical buildings, and I just want to point out that in our general plan in Chapter 6 on page 10 and 11 has a listing of, 11 has a map of all our historical buildings, and page 10 explains what an actual historical building is and what it means, and then it gives a little summary. We did the inventory in 2003.
Okay, Michael said he doesn't have anything. I have a couple items this time. So a few things. I have three things. So first is I do want to congratulate the Explorer Post for the city of San Bruno. They entered into the second annual Explorer Challenge for the county and came in first. So it is my desire to bring them to a city council meeting, acknowledge their accomplishment, because obviously, as you know, they volunteered their time. In addition, we had officers that came on their personal time to help train and go through the exercises that they were going to compete in. So it is my desire to bring them to council meeting, acknowledge them, present them with a certificate, and thank them for their service to the community. Second, there was a candlelight vigil that was held at St. Robert's on August 21st, which St. Bruno's, thank you. St. Bruno's Parish at the courtyard, which Councilmember Salazar and I attended and spoke at. And basically this was about coming together against violence for all that this nation, this county, everybody faces and sees on a daily basis. Prior to that, the city goes to a bi-monthly mayor's managers meeting, which the city hosted, and we'd already had on the agenda to speak on this, and we had a presentation. These are cities that meet from Daly City through to Burlingame. And it's about United Against Hate. This also was presented at the California League of Cities dinner by another mayor from another city of Millbrae. And it was to gain interest for a program that we had a speaker on that talked about having communities come together and about making a point. They do this on the East Bay, and maybe in our county we need to do the same. I think it's about something that, irrelevant to what you believe, who you vote for, where you pray, I think everyone would stand and say, yes, I stand against hate. We need to be more tolerant and against violence. So I am proposing, and I already have two mayors from other cities and with this county, to move forward and try to engage this county as a whole, to celebrate and to acknowledge the November 17th through the 23rd as us and others standing against hate. And I think people need to stand up and let their voices be heard in a positive fashion that make a difference. And there has been enough of this, and we read it on the news, and I think we become desensitized, and I think we need to ensure our youth are good and that our communities are strong. So I'm going to be asking for this to come back, and that for this city to help spearhead within the county with two other mayors that have wanted to step forward with this. And unless there's any objections, I have a little handout for you. But I think it's something important in light of what goes on in this world today. So with that, it concludes the business at hand.